Austin, Texas Country, Coke FM. It's time for New Music at 10. And we got a good one. It's Rich Otoole, and it's Peter and Paul's the name of the song. And I've got Rich on the phone. Rich, how are you doing tonight?
How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm here in Dallas. We're playing some private parties here for some folks.
Cool. I saw yesterday on Twitter you were in Dallas. Is that where you're from?
I'm from Houston. No, I'm spending the 4th up here. So, have a little fun trying to get out of the house, and
I know.
Just cheer some beers. So
that's the trick right now is to get yourself entertained and get a crowd entertained without with all the bars and nightclubs shut down. It's tricky, but so you've got some private parties going on up there.
Yeah, we're keeping it under 10 people. It says I'm playing some houses and it's like 6 or 7 people around a barbecue. So
cool.
Really kind of low risk. We're not trying to get anyone sick or anything. But we still got to make a living in Texas country. So we're trying to just make it work, Oh
man, now this is crazy because I play in a band as well, and of course we just play around Austin, but then I do the radio show, and a lot of my sponsors are nightclubs and bars, and we've got all these events that we're finally starting to open back up in late May and June, and we've done a couple of remotes at some of the bars here, and then all of a sudden things just at the last minute everything closed down again, and when you guys think you're finally getting your livelihood back and get back on the road, get back in front of some people, then it just sucks the wind out of your sails. And for me as well, I can't imagine a touring musician like yourself. How bad's it been, and what's your next step? Are you just going to kind of chill and do what you're doing now, or are you going to pause everything and then just wait till it's over?
Just try our best. We just put out a new record on Friday and a new single, and we're going to try to just make a living. But, we're human like everybody else. I got to pay, a car note and mortgage and everything else. And you're just looking and going, I don't have a job right now.
I know.
And you really can't file for unemployment because I still get royalties from Spotify and Apple Music. So you're not really technically jobless.
Yeah.
But man, that's like 85% of our business is touring. So you kind of are, and it's tough, dude.
Well, I think you're doing it right with the small little things like you're doing. And hopefully this won't last long because, the 3 months it was shut down before, and it was just it's a killer for a lot of folks because, like you said, you're getting royalties, so you don't qualify for a lot of stuff, but your income pretty much is completely dried up. And I'm just praying that it's just going to be a couple of weeks at the most, and we can get back to normal because this is nuts. This is the weirdest thing I've ever saw. And plus, when you dropping an album right now, at least there's social media. I can't imagine doing this back in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s with no social media that you can actually get in front of your fans. Are you doing any virtual concerts?
I'm trying, yeah. I'm doing a lot for we did one for the Boot and Taste of Country and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm trying. It's just not the same. It's depressing to be honest with you. It's just not the same. I don't have the energy that I once had because you don't know who you're singing to. You're just singing to a computer, and there's a rush that you get when you're on stage, and you just don't get that.
I've tried to explain that to people because
I wanted to say it's just so scary.
I've DJ'd in nightclubs and I've played in bands and stuff, and when I'm sitting here talking to a computer screen with a microphone and I don't see the crowd, it's different. You have to fire yourself back up, but it's so much better when there's people in front of you that you can actually get that energy from. And I get it because you see all these virtual concerts and the energy level is completely different. But we understand, and we'll I hate this for the musicians. And make sure you put your virtual tip jar out there, and we'll always push it. And we're thinking about doing another virtual series here on Coke FM in the next couple of weeks. So I'll make sure we get you on this and pass that virtual tip jar around.
Let me know. I love that, man. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Peter and Paul. I actually wrote a review about it. I love the song. It's got a little turnpike. To me, it sounds a little bit like that. It's got the hard edge, too.
It does. Yep.
What was your inspiration of this? And tell me a little bit about the song before we roll it.
Yeah, man. I love Turnpike. I love their sound. I've always been a fan. So definitely, it's good. It's a good sounding tune. Yeah. I was raised in a family that wasn't very, wealthy or anything. So we always have made the assumption rob Peter to pay Paul.
Right.
So we were like, all right, we got to take money out of this account to pay mortgage this month, yada, yada, yada. And that's kind of what the world is doing right now. Everyone's broke. Everyone's out of a job. Everyone's the pandemic. And we're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Our government is spending all our tax money on, a bunch of just nonsense. And this is kind of what the song's about. It's aggressive. It's about our government. It's about our America. We're robbing Peter to pay Paul. We're trying to get through this. And the quote is like, I'm too broke to hang out with y'all. And it's like, it's true, man. I'm just trying to survive. And it ends with like a message of, spread the love around. And that's where it really needs to happen. It's like, you're a big heart and you spread love. you'll make it through okay.
When did you write it? Because it sounds almost like it comes from today's pages, but did you write it a while back, or did this come out of this?
Like a year and a half ago, like
wow.
2 years ago. Yeah, this is crazy. It's like I just knew that the world was still not good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, if I had to rewrite it, we would talk more about the what's really going on.
You could add another verse.
You could. I may do that.
It's pretty cool. It's do like Garth Brooks did with Friends in Low Places, added that extra verse that only got to play it live, and people will talk about it. But your song is very topical. It's a great rockin' song, and we really like it up here. So we'll be adding it to our rotation here on Texas Nights. But I appreciate you joining me tonight, and we're going to roll it right now for the first time. It's Peter and Paul. It's Rich Otoole, and if you're up in Dallas and you're lucky enough to see him, but we'll let you know where he's playing next, and if he's got a virtual show, we'll make sure we put it out there at cokefm.com. But here he goes. It's the new music at 10. Peter and Paul, Rich Otoole, right here on Coke FM.